If you want to use your photography in Blender and get perfect perspective, this is how you do it. All right, so first of all, you want to get your image cut out in Photoshop into a PNG cutout so you can import it into Blender so you can see the exact perspective that you need for the image. And once you do that, this is just the node setup. So if you're brand new to Blender, just go to shading and it's basically the same thing. I just have a whole layout perfectly for me and everything that I need just right where I need it. So basically you just take the PNG cutout of yourself. I have a bunch of cutouts, just some really silly, but let's just go with this for now. So I like to put my image on a plane. So I'll Shift A, mesh plane, and it will go to the scene, and I'll just move this kind of to the side for now. Then I'll go to a new material, delete this with X, and I can just drag and drop if you have the node wrangler on. So if you don't have that, you just go to edit preferences and you go to add-ons and search node wrangler and make sure that's checked, and you just drag drop it in, go to the surface right there. As you can see, if yours doesn't look like this, I make sure it's on solid, and I go here to just flat and then texture, and that'll make it look like this. As you can see in the actual render over here, it's just black, so put that in there. Obviously you want to make sure this is scaled correctly, and you can just take your time on that. I'll Shift A and put in a diffuse, BSDF, and then also a transparent, also a mix shader as well. Okay, all right, so now as you can see, we have the cutout ready to go, and this is just the node layout. And what I did personally, I'm going to be doing a lot of like photography and Blender edits, so I made this layout and I put in this texture, and then I went to file, defaults, save startup file, and I saved it. So I just had one PNG cutout and then the layout, and now every time I start up Blender, it's like that. I don't have to go through all this mess again. I can just go in here, click this, and change the PNG cutout. All right, so now that we have our PNG cutout, I can start getting the composition together. So initially I just put in a plane, and you guys will see this in the speed art part. I just had a flat plane, no rotation at all. And I put this in there where I wanted my feet to go. And as you can see here are my makeshift feet for the shadows. I don't know how other people do it, but this is working for me. So as you can see, it's giving off the shadows nicely, and you can just like make these a little bit taller if you want to, and it'll go further along. All right, so to get perfect perspective, first of all, you need to select the camera, see the rotation, and then you select your cutout and you just copy the rotation. So 23 degrees, 23, and now it's perfectly straight, so you can get your composition together. So you can just change the perspective to make sure that it just lines up with the horizon wherever your horizon point for your image is. So you see the other cutout that I have is going along with the camera. It's because the plane is parented to the camera. So I like to do that so I don't have to keep redoing the rotation over and over again. That's just really annoying. So basically I just select the PNG cutout and then select the camera with shift click, right click, parent, and object. All right, so now every time I click the camera and move it, it goes along with it without having to do anything. All right, so that was just a few tips initially, and we can just start watching the speed art. I'll come in every once in a while and tell you guys a little bit about what I was thinking.
I should let go.
For this render, I used the Missions to Minerva kit and Cyber District from KitBash 3D using their new software called Cargo. It's really, really nice and easy to put in all kinds of materials and models that you can use in your scene. So if there's something in your scene where you don't want the object to come up in the render, but you want the shadow, all you have to do is go to the property tab and under visibility, and then under ray visibility, uncheck the camera and it will only show the shadows.
I should let go.
Alright, so I did not like what the texture looked like. It was just too plain and white and dull for my liking, so I went into the textures of the object that I imported from KitBash 3D, and I changed the emission on the yellow poles to make it glow blue instead of just nothing. So I thought that looked pretty cool. And also I added a RGB curves and a hue to the base color just to change a few other things in the object. Alright, so I thought this building was pretty cool. So again, I put a curves and a hue on some of the textures just to make it more consistent. I didn't like the beige look, so I just went with like a darker color altogether. And on the window texture, I just removed the glass and I put an emission on it. And then I put a noise texture on it with a color ramp going into the alpha to kind of make it not all just one solid emission at the same strength. It just has some variation to it. All right, here we go into Photoshop, and right away I just want to try to match the blacks as best as I possibly can. So I'll use a few different methods just with a curves adjustment layer or a levels adjustment layer, and just try to match the lighting as best as I possibly can.
I said let go.
I knew I definitely wanted to do something with my hand, so I just went for kind of like a frosty kind of look. So I cut out my hand and just clipped it to my PNG cutout that I had already in order to put a smart filter on it and put that through the filter gallery. And I just used a frosty look, and also I put a hue and saturation on it and masked out just the hand to make it kind of give a cool blue frosty effect.
I said let go. I said let go.
Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you guys want to learn something specifically, let me know also. That's all I have for you guys. Have a good one.